Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be realizing my own self-worth. Well, I've got an email here from a viewer who originally found my work, like a lot of people do, after he got dumped by his ex who was trying to get her back. So ever since he found my work, he's been through my book several times at this point, and he's starting to get a lot of success, but he's also seeing a lot of his friends not reacting too well to the fact that he's starting to do well, starting to succeed, and they're trying to get him to live according to their expectations. But he shares the success story of all the things that have changed in his life and how much things are so much better since he started reading my book and applying it. And every area of his life is now the quality is getting better, and also the quality of the people he's attracting into his life is improving as well. So I have a quote that I wrote on this topic, and we're going to go through his email and see what he's been able to do to turn his life around after getting dumped and get to a place where he's at now. And so the quote says, "People become more attractive when they smile, laugh, or look with confidence into the eyes of someone they find attractive. The happier you are, the better care you will take of your body, the better the quality of food will you eat, the more you will exercise, the better you will sleep, the more successful you will become, the more personal and professional options you will have, and the quicker you will achieve your grandest goals and dreams. When you focus on being awesome, becoming better, and improving every area of your life that is important to you on a consistent basis, eventually you will realize your full potential. Becoming the kind of person a dream lover would want to have by becoming an increasingly better version of yourself over time." So in other words, become the kind of person a dream lover would want to have by becoming an increasingly better version of yourself over time. So let's go through his email. He says, "Peace, Corey. I was just reaching out to you to let you know how much your work has had a positive impact on my life. I promise to keep this short." Well, brevity is always appreciated. "For the longest time, I equated my self-worth to a woman. And when she left me, it destroyed my world." Yeah, because your whole identity becomes associated with being in a relationship with that person. And when that person's no longer there, it's like you don't even know who the hell you are anymore. That's one of the reasons why it's so hard to get over a breakup, is because your identity, who you are, who you view yourself to be, is completely changed. When that person's no longer there. And I talk about this a lot. If you're looking to that other person to be the source of your happiness, if that person leaves you, then obviously your happiness is gone. But also, if you look towards another person as the reason why you're happy, eventually you realize, the longer you're with them, that as awesome as they are, the bottom line is you're still not happy. It's like what Jim Rohn used to say, "I'll take care of me for you, and you take care of you for me." So he says, "I'm not going to say all the stupid things that I've done, because you'd be smacking your forehead more than Homer in a Simpsons marathon, but let's just say my stalkerish actions mimicked someone you'd see in one of those ID network shows." Damn, dude. He says, "I stumbled on your work with the same thinking as most men in my situation have. Maybe Corey can help me get my ex back." Well, you'll either get her back, or if you apply the things I teach by reading my book 10 to 15 times, eventually you'll find somebody way better. So you either get them back, or you get somebody better. Either way, you fucking win. I mean, how awesome is that? He says, "As I watched the video, your words resonate with me, so I watched a few more and then bought your book. I'm on my 8th reading. I know I have a few more to go, but the results have been dramatic. The biggest change has been realizing my own self-worth." Well, if you don't recognize your own self-worth, nobody else will either, because number one, you won't let them, and number two, you'll tend to, without realizing it, consciously associate yourself with people who justify not having a very high self-worth. He says, "I saw that I was doing things to impress all the wrong people, so I made the conscious decision to live for myself." Remember what Steve McQueen said, "I live for myself and I answer to nobody." You have to focus on making yourself happy first. Because if you're happy and you're happy being single, then when you get into a relationship, it's easy for you to share your completeness with that person, as opposed to looking like he was doing in the past, looking to a woman as the source of his happiness. In essence, when you go to a relationship from that place, you're basically saying, hey, my cup is not full enough, please fill me up. You become an energy vampire, basically. And when you don't feel like that person's there or they want to be there, you become fearful and you try to force them to be with you, which actually pushes them right out of your life. And the reason why you try to force things is because deep down you don't believe they'd want to be there of their own free choice. So you try to force it because you believe it eventually you're going to lose them anyway. Remember, what you fear you attract, and what you look at disappears. It's like you really have to give that person the freedom to come and go as they please. Love in such a way that the person you love feels free. He says, although most people think it's a midlife crisis, I am doing the things that I want, so their opinion is irrelevant. I would be lying to say that I haven't made mistakes, but these are trial and error situations because I am still learning about myself. Well, that's how you get better. Nobody starts out as an expert in anything. You have to become good at it and become a person of value over time. What I love most is that I am no longer afraid to try. I've learned the difference between being afraid and the anxiety of trying something new, and I've embraced the adrenaline rush of living life to the fullest. Something to note. Out of all the mistakes I've made, one of them was not pursuing my ex. I'm proud to say I have walked away and not looked back. That's hard for a lot of guys to do, especially when you really care about somebody. But if they're not treating you the way you want to be treated, your needs are never going to be met anyways. The strongest negotiating position is being able to walk away and mean it. He says, although she has reached out to me, I didn't respond because I realized she was using me, and if she wants to be in my life, it would be on my terms. You're negotiating from a position of strength. In other words, this is what I want. If you don't want to meet that, hey, no problem. Give me a call if you change your mind. Wish you all the best. Take care. He says, I say this in all sincerity. You have saved my life because you made me realize I had a life worth saving. Thank you for that. Hey, thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Continued peace and blessings, and may God continue to smile on you and advance your work. Cool. Well, you see what the guy did is he turned around and he completely focused on himself, making himself happy, because that is the starting point. If you're not happy, people are going to notice it. If you're smiling more, you're more attractive. If you're working at a job or a career that you love and you enjoy, or building a business that you love and enjoy, you're going to be happier. You're going to feel better. You're going to naturally take better care of yourself. You're going to get noticed more. And the better you become, and the more other people start to notice that, the better you feel about yourself, and the more your confidence grows. And the more your confidence grows, the more people start to notice you. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It actually grows exponentially when you work on yourself and becoming the best version that you can become. So thanks for the great email. And if you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest way is to book a paid phone, Skype, or email coaching session. You can choose any of those options by going to my website, clicking the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions for booking whichever option works best for you. And I will talk to you soon.